everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video is just gonna be a bit of a laid back, trying new makeup to me style of video, just getting ready here on camera. I typically do trying new makeup here on Fridays, and again, I just have a few products here and they're mostly just newer to me right now in my collection, but I thought that we could try them out together on camera. And I'm gonna be a little bit chatty because I have kind of like a new series idea for 2019 that I thought I would throw out there and get some feedback on and see what you guys are thinking. But yeah, I would like to get some makeup on this face. So why don't we go ahead and get started. So first off, I am going to be using a Pat McGrath palette, which I am super excited about. I've never tried a Pat McGrath palette before, and I'm pretty stoked about this one. So this is what the inside of the palette looks like. So you have the 6 shades there. This one is the Mothership Sublime Bronze Temptation palette. This one was actually sent to me from Michelle, so a big thank you to Michelle for sending this over to me. I'm really excited to test it out. So like I said, I've never tried Pat McGrath shadows before, so I'm gonna go ahead and swatch first and then get an idea of what eye look I want to do. Okay, here are the swatches from the palette. This shade right here, I don't know if you'd be able to see it on camera if I turn, but it goes from being like a gold in one light, and then, can you see it there? Like a gold in one light, and then kind of more of like this purple in another. That is pretty freaking cool, not gonna lie. I feel like this one here has a little bit of that effect as well. If I move it, it gets like almost like a little bit on the pinky side too. So that is really cool. And then we have a green in here. We have some matte browns, so very cool. I'm excited to start playing. Oh, also don't mind my hair. I have it in like one of those like claw clips because I just washed it, so it's still drying. So I didn't want to like put it up because then I'll have that like funky like kink in my hair until the next time I wash my hair, so that would be a bummer. I typically wash my hair at night, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, you know? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead first and pick up, there's a mirror in here too, so I'm gonna pick up this shade right here with the Bdellium Tools. This is the 785 tapered blending brush. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add that into my crease. I do have an eye primer down, but I didn't set it. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I feel like I set more when I use a concealer versus like a regular eye primer, but it's all good. Okay, so I'm just adding that into the crease here as my first transition color. Might as well just let you guys know, your girl went out last night for her friend's birthday and stayed out too late. Kind of got a headache this morning, but you know, when your friend turns 35, I feel like that's kind of a big deal. So we celebrated. So I'm a little bit tired today, and I think I was like a karaoke superstar, so my voice is kind of like not doing the best either, but that's fine. Oh, that's fine. We still got to go to work today, so this is what we were doing. I feel like that matte shade looks really beautiful. It was really easy to blend and build up too. Good stuff. I kind of just want to do like maybe like a simple bronzy look because that's what I'm into, and then like some green on the lower lash line. I feel like maybe that would be pretty. Normally I'd go in with like a darker shade, but I don't think I want to use this brown. Like I just want to do something like really quick and simple kind of. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just jump into this shimmer shade here, and I'm using the Sigma E55. And I'm just going to kind of pack that all onto the lid, and I might come in and use another shade, I'm not sure yet, but this is just kind of how we're rolling with right now. I feel like I can tell as I'm packing it on, like it is kind of like a bronzy champagne or something, but when I move or like press the brush a certain way, it has that pink to it. This is a dry brush right now, and I am doing my eyes first here because I knew I'd be working with some shimmers, but I'm just going to go ahead and spray my brush just because I like to use a damp brush with just about any shimmer out there. Ooh, see, it just makes things a little bit more metallic and makes them pop a little bit more also, so that's pretty. I don't even feel like I need that darker matte shade either. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, so like I was saying, that I had like a new series idea also. So on Fridays over here, I typically post my trying new makeup, or, you know, sometimes if I don't have a lot to try, it'll just be like a chatty, you know, get ready with me style of video, something like that. And I was thinking about for 2019 and just like, I love series. I love having like specific days where I do specific things. Like usually, you know, Wednesdays is my Will I Buy It series. Friday is the trying new makeup or some sort of like get ready with me style of video. Monday I've been posting my like reviews a lot, like my follow-ups to my first impressions, my haul follow-ups. I've been typically posting those on Monday. I don't generally post on Saturdays unless I have a sponsored video, and then that's why I try to put them on Saturdays as like the extra bonus video so it doesn't get in the way of my 6 days a week upload schedule, you know? So I just like have it, like I'm a very structured person and I like having that schedule, and I like having series because it kind of helps keep me on track also. But I was thinking about like new series ideas and just, you know, asking questions and getting feedback and getting your comments and seeing what people want to see. And it's been getting requested a lot to do like the shop my stash videos, and you know, when I did my project pan, that's when I got a lot of comments on it. Like people like seeing the project pans, they like seeing shop my stash, or kind of just videos focusing around like what's already in our collection, what's like not the new, you know? I'm just gonna grab a makeup wipe and wipe away the fallout since I haven't done my foundation yet. I think I could do like a wing and some lashes, but again, in the spirit of like, I just want to keep things kind of more simple today. I think I'm going to leave the eyes alone for right now, but I'm definitely going to be coming back into this palette for like lower lash and like inner corner and stuff like that. So we're just putting a pause on the palette for right now, but we will definitely be coming back into it. But I have some face shades to play with. So I got a package in just this morning actually from Alexandra. So she sent me a couple items from Sephora, including the Amrezy highlighter, which I will be using. I have never used the Amrezy highlighter, so this is pretty exciting. So I'll be using that later, but it also came with like a bunch of foundation samples and things like that. So I'm going to be trying out the Dior Backstage foundation in the sample card, but also it has this Fenty Beauty card, and it has the Instant Retouch Primer. So I thought that I could try out the primer also from the sample card and just see what we think about that. I actually did get a sample of the Dior foundation, but the shade is like so wrong, and I've just been kind of like scared to try it out because it's like, I mean, it's completely the wrong shade for me. It's so much darker that I just haven't wanted to do it yet. So I'm just gonna take some on my fingers actually and just kind of dot it along here and see what we think. I feel like I can probably only get 2 uses out of this primer with how much is in here, so I don't know if I'll be able to get a great feel for how I feel about the primer, but that's okay. We can just test it out here. Okay, so looking at my skin, I didn't really notice like a scent to it. It felt nice and smooth. Like it felt kind of almost more like moisturizing than anything, which I like in a primer. I don't know if I noticed anything like crazy difference wise with my skin, but we'll see how the foundation lays over on top of it, because sometimes, I mean, that's just what you gotta do with primers. So I'm gonna be trying out the Dior Backstage foundation. And again, a lot of people really like this. Ooh, should I do 2N or 3N? So it came with like a sample card like this. This is so cool. Love it. So I think I'm gonna try, cause like I'm pretty light right now, so I think I might try 2N first, and maybe I can like mix it in with the 3N and see what I'm thinking about that. But I'm just gonna go ahead. Oh, this is like when I did like the full face of samples challenge. That's what I feel like is going on here. So I'm just gonna try to squeeze some out, apply it to my face, and then blend out with a beauty sponge. So I don't normally apply that way. I like nearly put that on my lip. Hello. Don't normally apply foundation this way, but I think this is gonna be the best way to do it here. Like applying it that way, it's kind of hard to tell like if I used enough, but I'll just go ahead and blend it out and see how I think. I really love that they were neutral undertones. They were all neutral in there, and that's what I am. I'm just using the Real Techniques sponge to blend this out. I think the shade match looks pretty good so far. I think 3 might have been too dark for me, so 2 is where it's at right now. I added just a little bit more to my sponge to kind of build it up, and I think I pretty much squeezed everything out of it. So this is gonna be my only like try for this foundation to see what I think, but I've heard a lot of people say such good things about it, so I'm excited to be able to finally get to try it out for myself. So this is what we're looking like with the foundation. I like it I still almost wish I had a little bit more to be able to build it up just a tiny bit, because I feel like I have some redness on my chin, and I feel like that's still kind of peeking through, and just like a few little red marks that I feel like are still just kind of peeking through. But maybe if I had more of the actual product, I'd be able to build it up a little bit more. But I don't mind the coverage. I think that it'll be okay for right now, but I think that looks pretty good on my skin. Just kind of first glance looking at myself, I don't feel like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. But sometimes once you put everything together, you can kind of have a better idea. But yeah, so far I think that looks pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna switch over to some products that are not like newer, or like I'm trying them out for the first time, so I can actually like chat a little bit more about this series that I want to start in 2019. Sometimes these videos are so hard to balance both. I feel like I need some extra coverage today due to last night's birthday festivities. So I'm using the Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Liquid Concealer, which I think is such a nice concealer and very full coverage. It's a little bit more on the drier side, so I typically apply one under eye and then I'll go ahead and blend it out, and then I'll do the other. Okay, so what I was thinking is that, you know, I was seeing the comments about the Project Pan and the Shop My Stash, and you know, I've been interested in the Shop My Stash videos. I watch them from people and I always think that they're really interesting, but I was never very comfortable filming it because I don't think they would be a video that I enjoy filming myself, and I really obviously want to enjoy the videos that I am making, and especially if it's going to be more of like a series. Like I of course want to like actually filming those videos, because, you know, a lot of people, how they film them is they show, you know, they're kind of like off camera and they're showing their makeup collection and pulling out what they're, you know, going to be trying to use up in their not like use up in their collection, but the products that they're going to use a lot of in their collection, I guess. And I just don't really feel comfortable doing that because my collection is just kind of like all over the place. I don't have like the nice drawers, or, you know, like I have some makeup behind me, I have some makeup on my desk, I have some makeup on my bookshelf. Like it's just kind of everywhere, and I'm just such like I'm just kind of like a cluttery person, you know, that it just makes me uncomfortable thinking about like filming in my office and filming everything everywhere. So I'm like, I don't know if I would really enjoy that. But what I thought, you know, I've seen people do like Shop My Stash tutorials, or like, you know, get ready with me, Shop My Stash style video. I thought that those might be more fun for me to film, because like I genuinely like this type of video. I like kind of being just more casual and being able to sit down and talk. A lot of times when I am filming trying new makeup, you know, it's just like what I was doing prior to this, is really, you know, thinking about the makeup and trying to talk my way through it and what's my first impression on it. And it would be nice to use some products that, you know, have already been in my collection and maybe I've already reviewed, and I just want to, you know, use more of them and show what I have in my collection some love. But then I can just kind of chat and do any sort of like updates that are happening, or I don't know, I just like this style of video, like more like laid back and chill and just talking and, you know, all of that. So that's kind of what I was thinking, like maybe for over here on Fridays, to do the first Friday of the month, have it be more of the Shop My Stash style get ready with me video, and then the other Fridays could still continue to be trying new makeup, because I do still want to be able to be trying out products and reviewing them, and, you know, my haul try-ons, you know, things like that. I still want to be doing that because I still want to be able to review on my channel, but I would like to be able to work in that kind of style of Shop My Stash. So what would you guys think of that idea? Would you like to see that once a month? And I was thinking, like, you know, I see a lot of people, they pick, you know, 2 or 3 eyeshadows or lipsticks or whatever. You know, it's not just like one product that they're picking, but I thought that I could show you what I've decided to shop for my stash that month, and then also use some of those products, of course, and incorporate it into the Get Ready With Me, so it wouldn't be like everything that I'm, you know, going to be putting on my face, but I can still at least show the products that I've decided to put into the Shop My Stash. And then, you know, the next month or whatever, I can, as I'm doing my Get Ready With Me for that Shop My Stash video, I can kind of give my thoughts on things and, you know, how things worked out for me and what I was thinking about the products and all of that. So, I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you like that idea? Because I really do want to work in some of these, you know, the throwback videos or flashback Fridays, or, you know, Shop My Stash, Project Pan, etc. Because I do, you know, I have a pretty large makeup collection and I love what I do and I love being able to review. Like I said, I think that's awesome, but there's definitely a lot of times where, like, sometimes I just want to use the products that I love and, you know, want to be able to show them and all of that. So I was trying to think of ways that I could do that. And I know that I do a lot of like, you know, I have my Will I Buy It series where I'm talking about new makeup releases and if I'm planning to purchase them or not. And then I also do the Trying New Makeup series, and also I was trying to think of how I could incorporate something kind of more along those lines. So if you guys would like to let me know your feedback, I would love to know if you like that idea or if you like the style of video, because I think that it'll be something that will still excite me. I just think the other way of just like kind of like going through my collection and opening, you know, the drawers and stuff and showing, I just don't think I would personally like filming that. So let me know what you think about my idea and if you would want to see that series start next week because that'll be the first Friday in January. That's crazy. I just used the Milk translucent powder in light to set my under eyes, and I'm going to use the Balm. This one is, which one is this one? Oscar, which is now Oliver, I think it is, because they had to rechange the names, which always like trips me up. But I love this contour shade, so I'm just gonna go ahead and contour a bit here. But yeah, let me know what you think of that idea, or if you have any other series ideas or anything like that for 2019. Using my butter bronzer that I did not pan in my 18 and 2018 project pan, so that's fun. I asked if people wanted to see like a 19 and 2019 project pan, and a lot of people said yes, that they wanted to see another year-long project pan, but I got a couple comments about doing a 9 in 2019, and honestly, I like that idea so much more. I think having so many products just was kind of overwhelming to me. I mean, the point of my project pan was to just kind of see and learn for myself, like, how quickly do I actually go through certain items. And I feel like I did. I learned a lot. I learned that I don't want to buy full-size mascaras because I can't get through them quickly enough and all of that. And, you know, it was just interesting to see how fast I can use things. But I think for 2019, I think I'm more interested in doing just the 9 and just seeing how it goes from there. So I don't know. Let me know if you like that idea too. But I have that jotted down on my list to film that video. But I still have to pick out my products. I haven't even picked them out yet. Whew, I feel like I am starting to come alive once again, you guys. Woohoo! That is a good feeling. For blush, I'm going to go into the Hourglass palette. I've really been liking this palette. This is the Ambient Lighting Edit Volume 4. And I just kind of keep like mixing the two blushes together. I'm just getting a little greasy and stuff. So I'm just going to mix these together and pop that onto the cheeks. Oh man, yeah, I sat down. Well, really, I woke up this morning. I was like, oh no. Should not have stayed out so late, and my voice is going to be rough because, like I said, I'm pretty much like a classically trained singer, so, you know, there's that. So I was doing a lot of singing last night, and I was like, oh no, my voice is going to sound horrible, and I still have to film, and I'm filming this on Thursday, so this video has to go up Friday, so I still have to get it, you know, finish filming and then edit it and get it all ready to post on Friday. So I was like, whoa, girlfriend, you did not do yourself any favors today. I was like really worried people would judge me too hard. I'm gonna throw some black liner from Pur into my waterline. I was afraid people would judge me, but I do have a social life. I try to share some photos and stuff on my Insta stories. I'm just always really careful with my friends though, because I know not everybody wants to be on the internet. Like, a lot of my friends don't have social media, don't have Facebook, don't have Instagram, don't have Twitter. Like, they just don't have a social media footprint, and I don't want to be the one being like blasting their pictures everywhere and like, you know, stuff like that. So I try to be really considerate to that fact that they are not on the internet and maybe they don't want to be. So but I try to share like some photos and stuff and like my outfit photos and things like that. But if you didn't know, now you know. I do have a social life. I have a really great group of friends, and I feel like I've been kind of going out a little bit more with my friends. Like, I don't know if I would have turned down last night because it was my friend's birthday, and I love him. I've been friends with him for so many years, and so is my husband. He actually used to live with them, and so I don't think I would have like turned down his birthday. But we did dinner and then we went out, and like maybe on a normal Wednesday night I would have said no to like the going out part, but with us moving soon, you know, we're trying to buy a house away from here, and it's only an hour and a half away, but I just know that we won't be able to have this kind of interaction with friends as much anymore. And I think it's kind of playing into both Mitch and I, because people are like, oh hey, do you want to do this? And we're like, yes, we will go do that with you. Whatever it is you want to do, like, we'll go. I don't know, I think we're just kind of, you know, a little bit nervous about the move and how it will change and the friendships and all of that. And I don't think our friendships are going to be changing with anybody. Like I can't imagine not being best friends with my best girlfriend and all of that. But it's just going to be not as easy to go and do things. So we're kind of just taking any opportunity to do something. We're like, yes, we want to do it. Include us, you know? Okay, so my plan was to do my lower lash line, and then when my camera was cooling down, to do my brows off camera, but then I started talking away. So my camera needed to cool down. So I did do my brows off camera just because it takes me a while and it's kind of hard to talk through it. But now I am going to finish off the lower lash line. So I'm going to come in with this really pretty green. I'm going to come in with kind of a firm pencil brush first. And I'm going to push this really close to the lower lash line and see what kind of green look we're getting out of this. Ooh, I jabbed myself in the eye so hard with my brush. Of course not. Why wouldn't I do that today? But I really like the way that green's looking. I was thinking of smoking it out with another color, but I kind of don't want to because I think that looks really pretty on its own. Then I'm going to go ahead and add some mascara. I'm using the Benefit Roller Lash to get some length and volume going on with these lashes. Ooh. I just forgot to do my inner corner highlights. I'm coming in with this really light shade, shimmer shade here, and just a small little detail brush from Sigma, and I'm going to go ahead and add that right into my inner corner. Alrighty, and now it's finally that time to use the Amrezy highlight. Sorry if you can hear my dog walking on the floor. She's just like pacing back and forth, and I'm really not sure why she's doing that. Usually she just goes and lays down when I film, but I am using the Anastasia Amrezy highlight. I'm very excited to try this. I never purchased it. I just, like, it seemed interesting to me, but I just had that feeling of like, I don't need every single highlighter out there, and then everybody loved it, and then it was almost kind of like that, well, I'm just gonna like really stand firm now kind of thing. But Alexandra sent this over to me. We're gonna give it a try, and I'm very excited about this. So thank you, girl. I'm gonna use my favorite, a Sigma F03, and go ahead and apply to my cheekbones. Ooh, ooh. Do you guys have the Amrezy highlight? What do you think about it? Are you someone who absolutely loves it? Feel free to tell me, but I just feel pretty cool that I get to try this out. So it looks really nice on the skin. I'm just going to build it up to get it to the intensity that I like it. So I think that looks really beautiful. I don't think it's showing too much texture, just a little bit over here, but not too much, and I don't notice it to be glittery. I don't really like glittery highlights, so that's good. And then I'm gonna run just a little bit down the bridge of my nose and then just tap on the tip of my nose. So, ooh, what do we think? What do we think? Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so that was the Amrezy highlight, and then really all I need to do to finish it off is I'm gonna add a lip color, and I want to use one of these Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. I did a Charlotte Tilbury like try on haul the other day, and I have two of these new. They're called like the Supersonic lips, I believe it is. I have Happy Lips and Sexy Lips. Man, I don't know if I feel either of those things today. Okay, so I'm gonna have to be reminded of what the shades look like, but I need to be testing these out so I can review them. So that one is Sexy Lips. Yeah, that one was the one that was a little bit more coral. And then Happy Lips was more coral. So we got Happy Lips right here, and then Sexy Lips. I'm trying to think, with this eye look, I think I'm gonna go with Sexy Lips. Totes. Okay, so let's go ahead and apply this. I really liked the formula when I was trying it out. And again, I need to be using these more so I can get my review going for them. But I like how pigmented they are. Why do we always try to talk while putting on lipstick? Like, what is that about? I like how much color they give, like how pigmented they are, and they have this nice gloss to it, but it's not like overly, like it's more moisturizing than anything. So I do really like these, but after that, that is going to wrap it up for this video. I hope I wasn't too much of a hot mess. Hello. I hope I wasn't too much of a hot mess in this video. I just want to wipe these swatches off, because sometimes with lip swatches, I forget that I have them, and then I like touch my clothes or my face or something, and then I get makeup all over me. But that is going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed just kind of more of a laid back trying some new makeup out with me. For the Pat McGrath palette, I was really impressed with that matte shade that I used. I found it to be super easy to blend, like super soft, and I really liked it. And these shimmers in here I just find to be super intriguing. I'll definitely be trying it more for sure so I can, you know, use all of the shades in here to give my full review, but these are pricey little palettes, so I'm excited to be testing this one out. The Fenty Primer, you know, I only have one other shot with this primer, so I'll have to see how it goes, but off the bat, I liked it, and, you know, I like the way that things are looking, but sometimes primers don't get me, like, super jazzed, but that one seemed to be working pretty decent. The Dior, I wish I had just a little bit more product to work with, but I still think that I like how my face is looking. I like how everything else is kind of laid on top of the foundation as well. So far, so good with that one. Like I said, I know it's like a lot of, like a really loved on foundation. I've been seeing it a lot in the Best of Beauty 2018 videos that are popping up, which mine is coming soon. And then also the Amrezy highlight. I think that it looks really beautiful on the skin, so I'm excited to finally be trying out that like super hyped up product as well. But other than that, that is going to do it for today's video. You'll have to let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about the idea for doing that series in 2019 and having that first Friday of every month be focused on products in my collection, the Shop My Stash style of videos. Please do let me know. I just love your feedback or any other ideas you have, because you guys always give me such great suggestions. So let me know what you want to see. But other than that, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I hope that you'll also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye. Let the hair be free. Crushed it.